Before we start, is it cool if I record this call?
This is definitely okay.
Cool. You have to enable, since you're the host, the permission to record. Can you do that? Thank you.
Uh, can you try now?
It's telling me the same thing.
Um,
Nope, that's fine. I'll figure it out on my
okay.
side.
So, how are you? How's your day going?
I can be better, to be honest.
What do you mean it can be better?
I mean, there's a lot. As of now, like I want to work with you or like you guys, but it hasn't really been reciprocal between us, and I'm kind of left just feeling like as if I'm doing something wrong, which I know isn't the case, but it's kind of rough. Um, so I guess I wanted to get on the same page with you in regards to that and kind of get down to as to like, dude, what's up? Like, that's it. Just honestly, like, what's up?
Okay, and um, what do you, for you, what's happening that you feel is not being reciprocated?
Cool. So there's a bunch. One, I've been asking, like you, just a bunch of questions trying to get help for something, and there hasn't been any like real effort to like ask. To like help answer or to figure it out. And I'm lost because there's not really much of anyone else I can speak to. Then,
What
in
questions have
addition,
you? Oh,
also,
go ahead, I'm
just
sorry.
1 second, then I'll get into the question short. But the other thing is like I've been kind of like emailing you for like a while now. It's been almost a month since we've spoken to, and you're not easy to get in contact with, and I don't get why. Like for the last email correspondence we had, if I didn't email you today, and I've been emailing for a while, I wouldn't have gotten a response. And it's weird that it's almost always like a week to get a response of something, and it's not a good look. It's not a good look, and I don't get either. To go back to the previous thing that you asked, like what questions? There's a bunch. One of them is like the last email correspondence we had. I've been asking for like help just to figure out the whole EP situation, find out what's going on. And the last thing I asked was, we're not on the same page. Is there any way that we could have had a meeting to like speak and like figure something out? Even with, I believe Diana is your manager, I think.
Mm-hmm.
With the both of you guys, so like we can be on the same page and figure out what's up. If not, to get the contact information from like EP, so I can chase them down. You guys have mentioned that there's a separate department or something, and the ultimate is I wasn't and am not getting emails from them. If it's not something that you can do specifically to get the information from them, so I can speak with and deal with, and then honestly just figure something out. And I haven't gotten any response, even just a nice little like, oh hey, here's the email for the EP, try them or something. So stuff like that is kind of like the things where I've been asking for help and I'm doesn't feel reciprocated.
Let me ask you a question. As when do you graduate, Flatiron?
When did I graduate? I graduated October 2nd,
20
2020.
October 2nd, 2020. Who was your coach?
My original coach, if you give me a moment, I can figure out
That's
like
fine. That's fine. I mean, what happened to your original coach?
she left.
She
She
left
went to
the she left
go to
she
do
left
another
the
job
organization.
somewhere
And
else. Yeah.
then and how long do you work with her for?
With her, uh, I can't say exact. I want to say maybe a month, roughly, maybe a month
Oh, so
or
it
so.
was very short. So
I
you
can
were just
say it
completing
was
your
literally.
milestones
I can say it was literally when you start the coaching thing. I know there's that period where they
hmm
you go through the lessons and like you set up the
through the
resume and stuff.
milestones. How
Literally, when I finished that is when she quit. So then
got it.
I
And
started with a new
then
person from
and who
scratch.
was your new coach?
So then afterwards, it was a Karen Nixon.
Okay, how did it go with Karen?
So it went fine. We met like maybe a couple weeks or something. Then there was a shift where the question was, "Hey, let's not meet every week or so. Like maybe let's just set it every 2 or 3 weeks or something."
Correct.
And then
Bi-weekly
somewhere after
meetings.
that, um, it stopped. It was somewhere around like the end of December where I missed an appointment, and then after that, I just continued communication with her over the email.
Okay, so but were you showing up to meetings and were
Was
you?
I showing up to it? There weren't any
No.
meetings to show up to, but there was communication over email.
But was she setting up meetings with you and you were not showing up?
No, she was not setting up any meetings, and
Okay,
there weren't any. I
okay.
wasn't just showing.
So, Luis, I'm going to tell you. So this is what's coming up for me. This is coming up for me. What's coming up for me is that you're coming up as a very difficult person to work with.
Is that a official like stance, or is that your opinion?
It's both. It's my experience.
So it's from your experience. Have we met more than once for you to gain that experience?
Yes, and this is what it's not just this is what I'm basing it on. I'm basing it on the email communication that I had with you and Diana. You were super aggressive,
Yeah.
very unprofessional, um, and that communication in itself for me was like, whoa, like he's very aggressive,
May
right?
I give
So
you
so
an
wait, so
opinion in regards
no,
to
that's
what
fine.
my
No, no,
point of view
let
is
me.
on this?
That's fine. That's fine.
It's
Let me.
important that we start on the same page or something. So
Okay.
my opinion that has been like work or not even working with you because you haven't, but speaking to you is that you have been very unprofessional when it comes to stuff.
Okay.
When we
That's
started the
okay.
email communication with Diane, anything else, she mentioned, say, hey, come in contact with me. I reached out to you, and there was no communication, anything, period. And it starts the trend that we're in now, where it takes about a week or so just to a week of emailing you just to get in contact with you for saying something. So after the communication with Diana and then you decided to jump in, then do a call, which has persisted with you calling me unprofessional as a response to me asking for help and you guys ultimately telling me no. And it's a problem. And one of the things, if we go to the core of this thing that I just find tough to go for is you're asking me to believe in the process and help and act professional, but I'm not getting anything close to that from you at all.
But Luis, listen.
Okay.
I offered you something.
What did
I
you
knew,
offer me?
so I said, I'm gonna read the email verbatim because
Sure.
in my email we concluded, and this is not just my decision. Like when I started working with you, I started working with you on a clean slate. I'm
If you
like,
could
let me give this
be
person
so
the benefit.
kind as to get to the point for the email.
Okay, and that's what I mean. That's your
So that's it.
aggressiveness, which makes it very difficult to work with you. And this is what I'm going to say. Wait, listen. Because then,
Sure.
okay, no. And that's what makes it difficult to work with you. And if you're not taking feedback from bunch from coaches, then I really doubt that that I'm able to help you. You've been like at this point, it looks like you've been already through three coaches. So I'm really interested in helping you, but you're very aggressive, and that makes a person like me. I don't have to work with you. I can decline working with you. And I'm not saying that. Listen, just please listen, because I promise you that I have your best interest in my. You're one of my people. You know, when they gave me your profile, I'm like, I can work with them. But the fact is that you're turning me off, and I'm very serious about it. And there's nothing
So
unprofessional. What I'm telling you, I'm just being honest.
you're making the statement that you don't have to work with me. So I did not explicitly request you, but, and I do
Correct.
want to go for this. I am entitled to some kind of coach or something. So
You're
if you
not.
don't feel for it, so I
No,
am
you're
not
not.
entitled to
No,
it.
no, I'm no, I'm telling. No, wait.
So
Let
it
me tell you.
is. So just to
You're not
confirm,
online.
it
You're
is,
not.
as your official opinion, I am not entitled to, after paying the tuition at Flatiron, to have career coaching after the classes.
So this is what I'm going to suggest, because now I'm
Well,
afraid that
if you
you.
can
Okay,
answer that
wait.
statement,
No,
then
no. I'm gonna even give you a a better solution, which I'm afraid, and I'm sorry that it has gotten here, because I was really trying to help you. I really was, and you'll see. So, and you'll see how it gets for you moving forward. And I'm sorry, because I really was. Like my manager, like as an alumni, like you right now, you're an alumni, and there's certain things that you haven't complied with. which means that the school doesn't doesn't need to give you certain services, and the services that are being provided to you are the discretion of the manager,
So
and you're
can
not
you
taking advantage
kindly,
of all of
just for
the.
2 parts, just confirm? Can you confirm how I have not complied? And then
Well,
also, you were
I
about
no,
to
I let you.
mention.
No, 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 no. I'm not going to do that.
So
I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to say is the following. What I'm going to say, why don't you go online and find the person who you need to talk with? Because I'm telling you, if this is going to be
who
your
is that
approach,
person?
you'll find it out. Because that's what I'm saying. You go ahead and find it. I'm so happy that you're recording this conversation because you find it out. You find it out because you're not providing a space for people to help you, and that's what I hope you take out of this call.
Can you
Like,
tell me how you made the effort to help me? You were about
well,
to
okay,
go
I'm
into
going to tell
reading
you.
the
I'm going to
email
tell you.
verbatim.
This is
Can
what
you
I'm willing
kindly
to
do
do.
so?
This is what I was willing to do that I'm not sure that I'm willing to do anymore, and I want to make clear.
Okay.
I'm going to go back to that email where I said to you, Luis, let's see, please, no, I want to follow up. See, I'm happy. Okay, I just heard from my manager, and we'll be happy to provide coaching for you. Let me share my screen with you so that you see what I'm reading. I said, I just heard from my manager because I had a conversation, and we will be happy to provide coaching for you. This means that you and I can have bi-weekly meetings until you get a job. That's huge. And up to a year after graduation day, which should be useful to you if you truly commit. However, so that's what I'm willing. That's how I'm willing to help you. I'm willing to meet with you bi-weekly, build a relationship that we don't have, right? And then a lot of things come out from there.
So could you
But
kindly continue? Because it
yeah,
would be.
however, we cannot change the status of your job seeking, and the system does not allow us to do so. However, with coaching, you get all the benefits all the students get. Though I want to reiterate that EPID has its own system for how they introduce grads to companies based on the grads profile and what companies are looking for. So not everyone gets the same listings, and neither will you.
So could you tell me what? Well,
No, I'm not going to tell you that.
sure.
I'm not. I'm
So
not.
okay. You mentioned there's benefits that other students get, but that's fine. I wanted to ask you what those were, but that's okay.
No,
Could you
because
continue, I guess, to my response? How I
what
responded.
your response is an internal. So again, you're trying to again, like that said, that should have. It's so no, that type of questioning, I'm just not going to tolerate from you. It's just not
So
going to
again,
happen.
the thing you're not going to tolerate is me asking you about like the system and as to
Louis,
why I can't get the help.
Louis, you already went through that with someone else. It's not going to happen with me.
Okay.
It's
So
just not.
I guess if we can continue then, if you can go into your response.
Into my response,
Yeah.
I suggest you take the coaching offer as cities and trust the process, which
Okay.
you're not doing. You're not taking the
No,
coaching
no. So
offer as
that's fair.
cities.
So could you read my response?
You said, just to confirm, you are saying no to setting up a meeting. But again, look at that. It's the same thing. You're doing it again. Like
No,
you're
but
trying.
I mean, if you can continue,
No, I'm
because
not. I'm not going to
so you're not
introduce
going to
you to
continue
one.
reading the
No,
email. So
no, no,
just to
no, no.
see there,
Okay.
because
So
it shows on
okay.
the screen and
So
I confirm.
okay.
I
So
just
my
asked that
response.
you're not going to confirm for the thing, and then I
I'm
finished
not.
with, "Sure, I'd love to set up a meeting with you. Can you let me know when works for you?"
Now,
So I
okay.
came
I
and
agree
sent
with you.
something.
So I agree with you. So
So
let
I
me.
did so, and that happened on that date. And if you
I agree with
continue,
you,
I sent a
Louis.
response where you did not respond, and
I
I clicked on
agree.
your schedule
I
appointment.
I would
So to
agree.
reiterate again, you asked me to set up a meeting with you or to do something, right? And I made attempts to do so, and it's taken a week just to get a response from
Louis,
you.
the problem
Can
is
you
that you're
tell
not
me why, though?
listening. You're not listening.
Okay,
You're not
I
listening.
will listen. What
No,
what
so
is it?
listen. The problem is that you already set the tone for this relationship. When you come in, listen, stop.
Yeah,
I mean, if you want to, that's what
please,
coaching is.
Junior. My mouth is
Like you
shut.
not
Continue.
okay. So you're already setting the tone. Whenever I sent you that email that you went into twice, can you introduce me? I don't want to spend my meetings with you trying to get you what you want. That's not what I'm here for. I'm here to get you to help you get a job. I don't believe that me spending time trying to connect with people is going to help you get a job.
So connecting me with something or doing any
It's
opportunity or
not.
asking
No, I'm
questions to
not
not
willing to
help
do
me with the
that.
job.
No,
Okay,
no,
so
no.
that's fine. So
I'm not
again,
willing to do
just to
that.
reiterate, because I want to get to this point. When I asked to set up the meeting afterwards, what happened? You have the
What I'm
emails and they
what
show
okay,
there.
okay. Let me tell you
Why
what
was the
happened.
response a week?
Okay, well, let me tell you what happened. At that point, I wasn't sure that I wanted to work with you.
So again, you asked to set up a meeting, but then
At
you
that
just went back and said, "I don't want to set up
based
a
on
meeting."
your response, based on
So
your
at
response,
this
your
point, then,
response was like, based on your response, understand, based on your response, I wasn't sure that I wanted to work with you. And the good news for me is that I can decline working with students. So if
so
five
have
cents
you
from the
declined
get-go,
from? So why
I
not
haven't, and
decline?
that's the reason why I'm having this, because I'm really trying to give you the benefit of the doubt, and I'm really trying to work with you, and I'm really trying to help you because I do believe in
Junior,
everyone,
to ask then,
and I
if I
believe
didn't
in
send
you.
the email today, which was like the second
Most
follow up,
likely, I wouldn't have reached out.
you
You're
wouldn't
right.
have. But
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't.
so then, how can you say that you wanted to give me the benefit of the doubt, not decline me,
I'm giving you
but
the
in that
benefit of the doubt now.
response? But you're
I'm
doing
giving
it
you the
now.
benefit of the
But
doubt now.
we
Louis,
have to try to make sense of it.
Louis,
So
no, no, Louis,
follow me on
Louis.
this though.
No, I'm
So
not.
what you would
Louis,
have
I'm
done
not.
is kept me in a limbo where I wouldn't have been
Yes,
able
I
to
did.
get another coach, and
Yeah.
then I also couldn't do
So, Louis,
anything or
okay,
like
all that
speak to
happened.
you.
My question is,
But
all that
you
happened.
have to understand that
I
that
have
is an
5 minutes.
intentional
I'm
thing
gonna
to
give you
screw
five
me
more
over.
minutes. I'm
Like,
gonna
how
give you
could
five
that
more
help?
minutes, Louis. I'm going to give you 5 more
You're
minutes.
gonna give
So
me five.
I'm gonna, yeah, and the 5 more minutes
I
is to
can,
get a
I
resolution or
can
not.
do you one better. We can end the call now. I'll be speaking to
Okay.
Diana, and I'm gonna upload this video to LinkedIn or any other social stuff, so everyone can see what it's like specifically to work with you, but then the coaching and like just how wrong it is. Just to confirm here, you just told me that you want to set up a meeting, then you chose to not decline me, keep me in limbo. You said you weren't going to respond to me if I didn't mention anything to you, and you're going to ultimately leave me in a limbo where I would be forced to not get help from anybody. And you did this just because of how you felt. Does that sound professional to you, Junior? Have a
Louis,
good one, dude.